Bam. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Appreciate each and every one of you for being here on this beautiful, beautiful, beautiful day. I guess you could tell the day after Thanksgiving, Black Friday, I guess you would call it. Funny how this day turned into a shop-a-thon. But shout out to everybody here. Thank you for jumping on in. Appreciate each and every one of you. Nice pump for Bitcoin. All the way up to almost 93K. And, I've been calling this long for days now. Even if you follow me on Twitter and you see what I'm talking about, or X.com, I should always say. But if you follow me on X.com and you see what I'm talking about and what I go over, I always throw a chart in there. I post here or there, but I'm always posting a chart. That's the most, thing I like to talk about the most. And you can see here also my Black Friday sale. If you want to jump on it today, go to Cryotolifer.com. We're basically throwing it out there at a very, very affordable price for a premium Discord. Jump on in today. Look, we went long last night. In 15 minutes, I made $1,000 off a basically $120 Bitcoin move. Look at that. And I could teach you how to do that again. It takes years and years of practice. I did, I just upped the ante at the exact right time. It doesn't always happen like that. I'll even show you the P&L to show you it wasn't just like I didn't throw 100 shots and lose. And here we are, 11:21. I'm talking about taking along here an inverted head and shoulder on the 12-hour time frame. If you go to Bitcoin now and we look at the 12-hour time frame and you take a look at kind of what I was showing you there, that was down here. And you can see Bitcoin is now way, way up. That was somewhere down at about 83,000. Bitcoin's now at 92, up $10,000 on that call. So even gave a stop loss, as you can see, entry, stop loss, and really where price action is likely going to go, basically into that chunky area for BTC. Again, I didn't give it all away because if you're in my trading group or watch my live stream, you'll be able to see the exact numbers, but you could just draw that and see where the candle was in the 12-hour time frame and see where the chop is right there, and it's basically the same idea. It's pretty simple, right? It doesn't take a scientist to see that. Anyway, shout out to all the beautiful people here. Go to Cryotolifer.com to find out more about our Black Friday sale. Slashing the prices for you because, hey, you got to, right? Is what it is. So join the team. Jump on in for the Black Friday sale. 270 to 222, 999 to 777. All right? The most popular is that quarterly and the annual. You got to use the codes when you sign out, and you will be getting the discount. Okay? God bless you all. Thank you so much for that. I like Chainlink still. Resistance. It's making this elongated flag here now. To me, Bitcoin kind of broke out of this flag, but Chainlink, Chainlink still looks like it has some legs. So what I'm looking at here is this flag. Chainlink's got an ETF, right? There's just more talk about institutional attention on Chainlink. And, you can see if they grab some Solana, they grab some Chainlink, just boom. And it's kind of connected to RWA. There's some AI vibes going on for Chainlink, like it's going to be around, connecting the dots from AI to blockchain. So look at this beautiful uptrend it's been in, just kind of digging its way out, and that's an ascending triangle, a bit of an inverted head and shoulder. I'd just be watching Chainlink. I own a big old bag of it, right? But it doesn't matter to me whether, it has a huge market cap. So, but yeah, I'm watching Chainlink very, very closely. Bitcoin already this morning, I made beautiful, beautiful gains. Shout out to anyone that did trade with the lifer. And Bitcoin's pumping right now, 92,278. And, I still got this idea that you could trade. See, some people feel like, I missed out on the tweezer bottom. I feel like there's a beautiful opportunity here on the 3-day chart with a stop below this 200 moving average. The 3-day rips all the way back to 110. It's going to be a beautiful call. So, again, it could, you never know. And I'm going to delete everything now. We'll get back to what I was looking at earlier. But right here, to me, this is just still a viable trade. Stop below this wick because I love the 200 moving average. It seems to produce gains whenever we get back above it. Had you made the same trade when we got above the 300 here, right there, fine. It would have went sideways and dipped on you, fine. But the second time it was gone. And then this time when it got above here, I'd say kind of play games, fell above it, but that, boom, it was gone. Those 2 times it got above, fine, out of 2 out of 3 times, it went on an absolute tear. So we'll see. But I like this bounce here, and I love when there's a big, when any asset dumps fast like that, there's always usually a recovery back to the upside over time. Once the bottom is found, we start to plow back to the upside. So did I call the bottom? I don't know if you want to say, I guess Thank you so much. You are such a sweetie. Wow. Oh, that's extra hot. I won't be able to drink that for an hour and a half. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for being here. Appreciate each and every one of you for being here. Crypto Muser. What's good, brother? Hope all's well. My man, Crypto Muser. Is that Crypto Muser in the house? Where's my buddy, man? Where is my buddy? Shout out to Muser, man. Happy Thanksgiving, brother. Hope everything's going well with you and yours. Like seeing this little bounce here for BTC. Puerto Rock in the house. My man. The crew is back. Funny. Shout out to Sean. Shout out to everybody here. Shout out to Vincenzo. And God bless everybody that shows up here on this Bitcoin pump. Beautiful pump for Bitcoin the day after Thanksgiving. So, amazing. My man, Muser, man. Holding it down. God bless everybody here. Thank you for jumping on in. Appreciate each and every one of you for being absolutely awesome and kicking it with the lifer. We appreciate you and we love you. Yeah. So, yeah, a nice pump back up here for BTC. And there might even be a live trade. But this morning, I already took down an $800 trade, another like $700, $800 trade, two $800 trades, one on MEXC, one on KKEX. I got the Tesla call still ripping here, up 275%. Looking for Tesla to get tight and make a big pump. This is going to be a long-term trade. It's going to take a few weeks to a couple months there to play out. I like Chainlink right now. Looking pretty nice. And Bitcoin on the 3-day chart. Looking spicy at 92,500 for BTC. So Bitcoin getting big again. The daily 3 white soldiers, right? If that completes, that could be an inverted head and shoulder. Shoulder head, it'd just be a giant V-shaped recovery. Just taking its time, chugging its way all the way back to the upside here. BTC. Amazing. I mean, if they're going to continue to print money in the next 4 to 5 years, you want to hedge yourself. And so big money starts to hedge itself years in advance. So you're seeing the battle for the position from 2 years from now. And they got big money. And Michael Saylor is just bullying them. He's saying, hey, you shoulda, woulda, coulda. I'm taking market share. And they try to like FUD. The news tries to FUD it. Everyone puts in, because they want you to think that he'll get liquidated because they're upset that his position is so big. It's like if you are the biggest chip leader at the table, everyone wants you to get hit, right? Nobody wants you to stay chip leader. You can bully everyone out of most pots. You can throw $10 and that's half of everyone's pot. It's nothing to you. They have to sit there and really think about it and wonder, do you have the cards? And then you can start kind of bullying people out of position. So, a hustler could go broke risking it for the biscuit, but hustlers don't stay broke. Too much opportunity out here, my man. Shout out to the hustlers out there. Big resistance here. Can we break up or even better hold a range? We'll see. We will see. We will see. And shout out to the double links today. I made a mistake there. If I don't change the stream key in the background. 4 hour to the upside here. See if we can get all the way up to the 200 moving average. Very important. We want to see if we can hit that key level. Usually you do. When this gets chunky, you head up to the 200 in the 4 hour time frame. 1 hour looks absolutely beautiful, breaking out the flag. And remember, we kept drawing this flag for you the last 10, 20 hours. I kept saying, once we got this pump, I said, we just want to see the 1 hour make a right shoulder, remember? I made a little more of a chunky side, and then this thing is starting to moon, baby. And I like what we're seeing here for BTC. It's getting crazy. So why am I bullish? The 3-day above the 200 moving average. Very, very bullish sign for me. Whenever I've seen that, I've sniffed blood, man. That's like, whoa, something big could happen there. And then the 1 hour near the 21, looking absolutely scrumptious. 15-minute bouncing here, getting a bit of a flag. The 1 minute is above the 200 moving average. It's not amazing, though, I'll tell you that. Almost looks like something like this. Like, I guess we could just get a flag on the 1 minute time frame. I would expect sideways price action on a day like today, Friday. We just had the banks closed, low volume. Shout out to Stack, shout out to Muser, shout out to everybody here on the live. All my lifers, baby, giving thanks the day after Thanksgiving. You had your food, you saw everybody. Maybe you're still with family, though, for the next few days. My kids were off of school the entire week, so to them it was just like a vacation week. It was fun every day. It was been an amazing time. I've really enjoyed myself with the family, with the kids, watching football yesterday too. That was insane, football-a-thon. I made $1,000 in 15 minutes. It was absolutely insane. Again, don't try that at home. I've been perfecting the skill for years. I finally pulled the trigger. It was a $770,000 trade. I just went in on it. All I needed was a quick move, and I got it. Bang. Got the day off. It's nice to relax. My man. Shout out to you, Sammy. God bless you. God bless you too, man. And let's get those likes up to the watchers, everyone. We'll get everyone back to the stream that's supposed to be here and get them coming on in. All right? Make sure everyone hits the link to the right stream. I want to make sure I got the right stream there. Yeah, that should be me. Yeah, that's the right one. Looks good out there. Bitcoin was just coming down for fuel. Yeah, grabbing it. Grabbing it up. Grabbing it up. So beautiful move here. So Chainlink about to follow BTC. It just looks beautiful. Looks like a nice little scalp could be coming there for Chainlink. I tend to trade BTC only when it comes to my lev, but you know, that looks nice to me though. So we're watching the 1 minute. We want to see this thing get extra toit like a toiga, and then pump further to the upside here, all the way to about, what, 94,600 for Bitcoin. Watching the live with the kidnapping and me. Yep, wife went back Friday shopping. Yep. You're the man, bro. Appreciate you. Were you that guy that was on the phone yesterday? You're funny. Sam, you got the sauce for real. Hey, man. And that's why I'm telling you, jump on in to the Discord. Go to cryptolifer.com and get the lowest prices that we ever give throughout the entire year. Why not? If you're like, man, I like what this guy does. I'm never taking days off. I pumped so many calls out to the trading group this morning. If you're in the group, here I am at 9:16 a.m. giving you the perfect flag. Bitcoin would rip out this flag. I would show you how I got in at 91.5, got out at 92.8, $972. It only took like a half an hour or maybe less even, like 20 minutes, 30 minutes for that trade to play out. Banging on them. Woke up with another trade up $1,300, just continuing to rip. Bitcoin going all the way to the upside. Amazing times to be alive, right? That same trade. Next thing I wake up, I'm up 570. Next thing I'm up $1,300. The trade just keeps ripping. 92.39, right? We saw the flag here all day last night. At 5 p.m., I'm showing you, I'm watching the flag with my stop that never got hit. See, not only do I make calls, but I give calls with a stop loss. The stop loss does not get hit. I don't always go for the top of the move. I put I just put a heavy position in. We get a move like that, I'm in there like swimwear. And then we got basically the measured move of the base of this on that 1 minute flag to the upside, right? And so bang. And here we are now on the live stream. So if you're in the group, I'm working for you 24/7, baby. I'm taking a couple naps, 6-hour naps here or there, and just continuing to grind. Bang. Yeah. What is the link for Black Friday? Go to cryptolifer.com. Actually, yeah, we should have a pinned comment, Sean. Sean, let's change the pinned comment, man, just to Black Friday for the day. Yeah. We'll change the pinned comment just to cryptolifer.com, right? I mean, I could change it myself too. But we go to cryptolifer.com. That should be the only link pinned today. We should just all about the group, all about Black Friday. So yeah, man, things have been rocking. Things have been rocking. And everyone's like, show the P&L. I want to, I mean, like my P&L isn't your P&L. You know, I don't mean to be rude, but like, again, now it's better than this because you remember we were like 13 for 18. It's going to look worse because it keeps shoveling these whack losses, but it doesn't matter. I'll still take these. Look, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 losses, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 wins. 10 wins, 5 losses. That's 60%. Amazing. And you can see the losses, 100, 200, 300, 400, $500, right? Because some are lower and some are above. It's about 500. That equals 500 right there above it, actually. That's like 600. So that takes care of them right there. So 135 in wins, right? Then you're looking at what, like 400 in wins right there? Yeah, 280, 380, right? That's 700. That's 1,000. That's 2,000, right? So again, and you can see just in the last day and a half, like not even, just $1,000 in wins right here. Straight 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And again, I'll just put the thing above break even and I'll take my 7 beans. You see? And just keep pushing the account up. You know, level by level. Banging on them. Small losses, big wins. Banging on them to the upside. All right. Gabagoo over here. Gabagoo. My Gabe position cooker with Gabe. Gabe, you're for it. I don't know. You're the man, Sammy. Great example for trenches. Ordering my Lambo somewhere in the next couple of months. Drive safe, my friend. Wow, that's crazy. Good for you, man. Bang. Someone said that's just on weeks. You dominate multiple exchanges. Yeah, Sam, another YouTube saying that. I think otherwise your knowledge is appreciated. I don't even listen. Yeah, it doesn't matter, man. I'm here for a long time, not for a short time, baby. Yeah. Sam, your inspiration. God bless you, brother. Thank you. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for being here. We appreciate you all for jumping on in. The most consecutive, longest running, consecutive live stream in cryptocurrency around the world right now. You're blessed to be here. I'm blessed to be here. Day after Thanksgiving. Just not much really to say because I could never even encapsulate the gratitude in words. It's a feeling of just absolute high frequency, but it's there. I mean, that looks beautiful to me. That looks like we're going to 97,000. So let's take a look at Bookmap and see what Bookmap is saying. Kind of clear the order book for a second. Now you can see there's still orders up here. 103.5 now is the closest area. Closest rate is 103.5. We still got the $75,000 level. It's not over yet, but we are starting to climb, and you can see 103,005 is the likely area up there for BTC. All right. Appreciate you, Sammy. I appreciate your grind, brother. Built different than most. Thank you. Hey, we're all built different. That's what brings you here to the live stream. You're just not the usual person, man or woman here. You're crypto lifers. That's why it's called the lifers. That's why we are the lifers. It's just not the same. We're just not the same as other people. We want it more than they do. We desire it more than they do. We create a lifestyle around winning. They just want to win. You know, my buddy said to me the other day, you know, a couple of years back, but it seems like the other day, he said, you know, the difference between people that want to become a millionaire, it's like you had to become a millionaire. They want to become a millionaire. You see what I'm saying? That had to means there was no option. There was no option. It had to happen. Hey, Sammy, hi, much love. Crypto Lifer, no days off, baby. No days off. Thank you, Shano. We love you, brother. Yeah, so sign up to the pinned comment right there. The Black Friday sale, go to cryptolifer.com. And that is going to be in the pinned comment here at the top. You could just hit there right there and go right there, baby. And that's going to be our sale all weekend long until Monday. So come on in. Shout out to everyone that took advantage of the pre-Black Friday sale. Use that code and jumped on in. We appreciate you and we love you. Sam, do you really forgetting your pocket squares actually call the bottom? Isn't that, the day I forgot my pocket square was the bottom of the market, right? Isn't that crazy? That's what you said? Interesting. Let's look at BTCC where I have a Tesla trade open. Someone says gold is rocking. Might be time to make some gold trades too, right? Like what I'm seeing for gold. Gold at 40. I mean, gold's at a beautiful flag there, huh? Look at gold on the daily. Looks like gold might just actually start to break out sooner than later here. Look at that. I like that. I'm going to take a trade on gold. Look at this. No indicators needed. Just take the trade. 5-to-1 risk-reward ratio, right? Take profit would be 54.25 for gold. Looking for the DXY to sloppy around. 30 to go all day, to be all sloppy. 39.49 there on the stop loss. $8,000 for 41,000. That's a little steep. 25 for two grand for 12,000. I mean, I like that. That's pretty cool. I like it. 2,200 for 11,000. Okay. Gold, baby, gold. And Sammy's now a gold trader. I traded gold for years. You don't understand it. What's got me, it's funny to come back to trading gold again. I traded gold so much of my life, all the time. For day in and day out, for years. It's what got me into trading, was trading gold, right? So yeah, I'm trading gold. I'm trading Tesla. BTCC, I could trade it all, right? I could trade everything there. Hit the link to BTCC. It's funny, now I want the link back here. But we have a link to BTCC if you want to jump on it today. Jump on in, all right? And I have links to all that stuff. All the links, too. Once you join the Discord, there's a place called Life for Links. So if you want to just go here, and you have links to everything there. BTCC, BitTinex, Weeks, MEXC, KuCoin, everything there, Even the old KuCoin from back in the day. But mainly Weeks, MEXC. It's where I'm trading heavily, and BTCC. Look at this bouncing back on the 1 hour time frame, just right back into position just won't. Retesting. Get in on the retest. We always talk about the retest. And what's interesting is now you could use this. This is what something I do sometimes here. I'll show you another kind of idea. Use the 200 moving average right here like so. And so, I'm late on the trade. Like I'm technically buying the breakout, and I understand that. But I'll attempt to get to 99. That's why it's good to have a bunch of, I like multiple trades open, different angles. And then the stop just has to be below the 200 moving average. Like right about 90,000. I'll put 499 there. And remember that we've been doing so well, you don't want to take such a big hit that you can't handle it. Like 378 would be nothing, right? And we make another G onto the account. Growing accounts, I learned, is just not to be greedy, little by little, until the account gets really big, right? And every once in a while, you can take a big shot, but it just has to be the right moment. Just had a nightmare with my money, but then went down heavily, probably DCA down, luckily caught the pump. You're funny. Did you hear about the CME malfunction, and do you think CEO Simmer should pay the people back? No, I didn't hear about it. No. And they don't care about us anyway, so what does it matter? You know what I mean? Yeah. I'll look into it though, thank you. A CME malfunction, ask Grok and see what the deal was. I'm going to go to the Fed Watch tool. This just keeps going up, right? 80 to 86, soon it'll be 90, 96, and they'll cut the rate. And that whole thing was a scare just to get the prices low, to get everyone in fear, in heavy, heavy fear. Look at this beautiful flag here on the 1 minute time frame. Looks like it will break out. I mean, you're touching the 21 above the 200. That is my signal. As simple as it is. I trade the flags when they touch the 21 above the 200. They play out more than they don't to the upside for BTC. Beautiful move there for Bitcoin. All right. And come on, let's see if we can get that pump. Fear and Greed Index back at 25. Remember, it was sitting at 11. And I just made a post earlier today on X saying, hey, man, 11 is when I buy the fear, and just, you got to buy the fear. You go from there. Every time I bought the fear, it played out over time. You see what I'm saying? Like, it didn't feel good at the moment. It wasn't always the greatest move, but it played out over time. Right? Let's get the likes up to the watchers, everyone. More than ever, I desire you to hit that like button. I usually don't even say a word, right? We kind of just do the stream and the like, I don't spend much time. Hit that like button today more than ever. Let's pump this up. Let's get back to 1,200. I made a mistake there. I want to get the stream pumping to where it should be. I don't use the Fear and Greed you guys use. Yeah, Fear and Greed to me is at 25. Not at 20, yeah. You guys must be using the one on CoinMarketCap, which I don't even know where that came from or when it started. I've been using this one for a long time. So yeah, I don't use this. I use this one on alternative.me. Yeah. Palladium above the 200 AI resources in demand. Interesting. That makes sense too, right? So watching Bitcoin in this tight flag, already pumping throughout the morning. Looks like Chainlink's going to follow. I mean, look at that thing. It's getting so tight above the 200 on the 1 hour time frame, touching the 21-day moving average after making multiple higher lows. Huh. Someone says IRYS may be a decent one. You know, there's going to be speculation coming on AI coins for sure. Was that IRYS? How did you spell that? I forget, right? IRYS. Yeah, there we go. Pretty sure I saw it on I think I got it on KuCoin, BitGet. Oof. Also, last few days it pumped up a little bit. Just been getting sold off. I don't know. I'm not a fan right now. I'm your biggest fan, Sammy. What your father would call an uphill gardener, a real hard worker. God bless you, man. Thank you. Appreciate you. Let's take a look at the total market cap in all of cryptocurrency. I am going to do my top-down analysis for you today. That'll come out later. You can see, look at that flag breaking out to the upside, too. You can just see everything kind of grinding back on up. We take a look at that 3-day chart, and to me, it was all about the 200 moving average. And we're going to clean this up for you so you're not like, what? All I see is lines and spaces. First thing I do is I remove the moving averages just so I can see price action nice and clear. You can see it is 1, 2, 3. It's a higher low. It's definitely in a bit of an uptrend so far, right? It didn't take out the low. If it took out the low at 237 trillion, then you'd have to say, okay. All right, but it didn't take out that low at 237 trillion. It didn't. It made a higher low on the 3-day chart. It stayed above the 200 moving average. You see that? So you're telling me there's a chance. So there is a chance of a V-shaped recovery, at least back to here. Then we'll go from there. Maybe it hits this in resistance. You never know. Could it end up making a lower high? Like, I'm not saying it's out of the water yet, and we're definitely going into a bull market. I'm just saying it looks like we are in for some type of reversal back to here. And because there's a gap in the VRVP, you get above this. I mean, it just tells you you're going right to there. You're going to hit $3.85 trillion, get back into the mix here. So it could have been worse. So far, so good. The only thing I see is, like, when I extend this and I'm true to the trend line, you do get the bounce, unless it gets a sharp bounce like this and we end up making it tighter. Which, even if it does that, to me, the tighter, you know, I just don't see altcoins making a huge move or the whole market until March. Like, it looks like we're going to kind of pump, then go sideways. What it's going to do is say, hey, we're not in a bear market. We're in some type of correction. And then we're going to go sideways and consolidate for about, I guess, February and March, because no one's going to know what to do. They're going to be like, wait, what happened? And then I think a bunch of people are going to build enough shorts that produce the liquidity to go to the upside, right? And it kind of that's, but it looks like it's going to take till March. So the more I look at this price action, the more tighter I see it, you see, the more it looks like, hey, even if we get the reversal, everyone, I just, you know, unless we get a huge reversal, a little bit of a right shoulder, and we pump, it's still, look at that. That's in February, March, and April here. Even if you get a massive reversal and you get a right shoulder, it's January, February. You're not breaking out till March. So I like what I'm seeing. Things are looking okay. I don't want to be the bearer of bear news and burst the bubble for everybody. I just want to be the realist out here that is saying, hey, beautiful move. You know, awesome move for Bitcoin. Like, great move for the market. But, like, look how long this one took. April 7th all the way to October 4th. You know what I'm saying? So weird when people do that, right? Like, how does people just call you on Telegram? It's so strange. Like, who the heck thinks they could call me on Telegram over here? What a weirdo. Like, during the show, too. You know what I mean? So strange. Block that person for sure. Okay. Do you think through worshiping we can all achieve absolution? It says in Leviticus. I don't get into other people's beliefs. I have my own beliefs. You know what I mean? You know, what you say sounds 100%, but, you know, I don't push that stuff on others. You know? Yeah, I love Jesus. I love God, but I just don't get too into it on the channel. You know, to me, I profess my love for God. I talk about how God's changed my life, and I'll leave it there. And it's up to someone else if that's what they believe, if that's where they go. But to me, I'm not an occultist. I'm not running a cult. I mean, I'm not pushing my beliefs on anybody. You don't have to think the way I think. I just want to make sure people can change their minds with discipline and believe they can do anything they want with their life, right? So yeah, looking for this bounce for Bitcoin back to the upside. It just looks like we could get it. Otherwise, we could come back to the 200, just make a flag, and we could be dumping. We could make an uptrending bear flag and dump. Like, be ready for anything. It could be a shoulder. Look, it could be a head. This could be just a right shoulder. And we'll all say, oh, we should have known it was just a dead cat bounce. Time to, That's why I'm not like loading up on altcoins right now. I'm keeping what I had. I took my money out the market that I felt was needed. I still have heavy tether in case, I want to wait for us to really get on a run. Like we start to go up here, we start doing this. This area here is where we're going to have, like if basically we get a nice move back up. Oops, sorry, let me get back to this. We get a nice move back up, we make the right, and we pump. Like this area here is going to be where I'm going to go heavy and swing trade my, you know what I mean? Then here we're going to cool off, right? We're probably going to pull back and then some, you know what I mean? But that's probably going to be the biggest swing trade area we have for a while until we get tight. And then this, if we stay tight right here, that will be the load up point. I want to take profits from here and put them back into the market there. So I got a plan, and that's going to take time. And when I get out in February, we're going to wait to get back in. Maybe might wait till October, right? To go heavy. I'll be trading in and out of this on Lev and doing other stuff, but man. So, yeah. And then it looks like the rally takes place October of 2026. You see this? And that's when we get the push, this leg up. I mean, just look. And then we end somewhere there in December of 2026. And then we have our bear market of 2027 into 2028 or whatever. Or just, or we just keep having pullbacks for Bitcoin. But this is, this is kind of what I see happening. Otherwise, we make a right shoulder and we dump and we end up down here. And then we have a bear market and we come back up. I'm open-minded to both these. This would create way more Bitcoin accumulation for my extended family, for my generational wealth. I'd probably I'd get wealthier if this happened. All right. So Sam made a song featuring you all. Gratitude. Thank you. I love it, man. Thank you. Yeah, profits locked in and Bitcoin still in the market, baby. Yep. So that's kind of what I see happening on the bigger picture. This is the total market cap in all of cryptocurrency. Let's take a look at total 3 and see what's happening to total 3. And we said, super important we get a bounce here off that 3-day 200 moving average. If not, I said we might make a bear flag and dump. I said, or we get this beautiful pump back to the upside. If we get the bear flag, we dump down to 681. I said, but as long as we stay above the 200, we have a chance here. And so far, you can see we're now kind of breaching the trend line. For sure. I mean, that was a very long falling wedge. We're outside of the wedge now. You would expect to move up to the yellow line at least, up to resistance, the next support line, this high volume node. And then look, there's a gap all the way to $1 trillion. So it looks like the altcoins are about to go on a tear. Hardest working man in crypto. Hope you and the family had a good Thanksgiving. So we had such a good time, man. Thank you. And I went to a buffet at a local country club that we love, and it was awesome. They take your name. They have a table waiting for you. There was so much food, prime rib, turkey for days, stuffing, all the stuff you'd ever want, all sorts of desserts and treats. There was chocolate mousse. There was apple pie. There was pecan pie. There was pumpkin pie. I want to go back and eat all the pies again. Yeah. I'm still holding a big old bag of Solana too. Yes, and if you're in my trading group and you understand, I do show you what's in the bag. We do a weekly screen share every week. This was Thanksgiving, but I'll possibly maybe do a recording. We'll pop it out on Saturday morning for everybody so you can kind of get an idea of where I'm sitting, what's going on, and what I'm looking at. So let's take a look at that. So this is just a quick swing trade. Remember, especially today is a low volume Friday, and I'm already made a lot of gains today. I sold a bunch of trades. Things just didn't look perfect. We had a huge pump. I never trust a pump on a Friday morning. Like, it's kind of like, so we'll see. I'm bullish on the bigger time frames. Everything's still intact. And again, today isn't like, I wouldn't be like, oh, I can't wait to trade Friday after Thanksgiving. Usually a day to lay low, to count our chickens. I didn't even think I would make the gains I made yesterday. I was very surprised. I mean, I I can't say I was surprised because we saw the move above the 200 on the 1 hour. Like, we were waiting for the 1 hour to break the 200 moving average. And everyone knows that's my main strategy is that 1 hour 200 moving average. Let's go back to BTC. But look, this even looks good on total. Like, total looks like it's about to explode. Looks like maybe 4 to 5 hours from now, we go sideways. Like tonight, we start to rip. And it looks like we might get alt season starts this weekend. And we head into Christmas. You know, we head into December. And as the month changes, we got our monthly candle close. Our monthly candle comes when? In, 4 days, 3 days. That's going to be on Sunday night. Wow, so Sunday night, it's funny, our weekly candle also is our monthly candle. That's like the second time this year we got that. I love that. I don't have to do an extra stream. The stream, the monthly candle is the weekly candle close Sunday night. So I love it. I don't mind doing the extra stream, but hey, when you work as hard as me, it's nice when something's double up like that, right? Yeah, so we were looking for the 1 hour to get above this 200. If you remember, we were just sitting here and I was like, man, it could go either way. You get rejected and dump. We could pump. I said, I'm going to stay long. Then the 5 minute was in a flag. I said, look for this to move. And next thing you know, we were gone. So not only did I call the bottom on the 12 hour, we even saw this as a cup and handle, if you remember. I don't know if you remember this. We saw the Sammy cup and handy to the upside. Another kind of flag to the upside. And then we caught this flag. I mean, we've been doing what we do. And there's a double bottom there. And now Bitcoin's, you can just see if you do your TA right and you use the moving averages. Look, we got above the 5 minute 200. Right here in a major way. Then we got above the 15-minute 200 moving average. But we hit it there. Here we crossed it. It was a big move. I used the 200 to make money, man. It's amazing. I basically back tested and found, to me, it's the best way to trade. Like any other way, I think is, it's cool, but I'd be like, eh. And I guess every trader should think there's, like, if you're a football quarterback, you should think your throw is the best, right? I mean, you're a trader, you should think your trades are your system is amazing. I think my system is amazing. I'm sure there's better out there. I'm not trying to say I'm the greatest thing ever, but man, I love the way I trade. I like the system. I like the way it pays me. I stuck to my system this last 2 weeks and it paid me so well. And I got to show my P&L publicly and teach people, hey, this is how you trade. Like, this is a great way to have small losses, big wins, and keep pushing. That's right. Jump on in, man. It's not that expensive. It'll blow your mind. Hey, do whatever makes you happy. I teach for free every single day. Come here and get the knowledge for free. I'll tell people that. Come to the stream, get the knowledge for free, turn that knowledge into gains, turn the gains into an entry into the group. You can. Believe in yourself. And I give the knowledge right here every day. You just got to believe in yourself. It's all about your mindset. My mindset, think about it. I used to work a night shift, then I worked a day shift in a cubicle. Now I'm the guy leading people around the world teaching technical analysis, right? What made me think I could do something different than be in a cubicle? My mind. My mind said, hey, you're going to do something different with your life. And look what happened. I did something different. So doesn't the mind control where we go? 100%. So once you put your mind to work, aren't you going to get somewhere? 100% you are. Am I not a guiding light to anyone out here that once you put your mind to something, you can get there? I shouldn't be here. I should be back in my cubicle at work. But something changed in my mind. Something said, I'm not going to do this anymore. I'm not going to work for someone for the rest of my life. I'm going to change. I'm going to become an entrepreneur. I'm going to travel the world. I'm going to share. I'm going to get really, really amazing at something. I'm going to find value in it, and I'm going to be able to give that value back. Jim Rohn taught me. He said, get good at something, Sam. He said, put your all into everything into one thing, and everyone will respect you for it. He said, then become the most consistent at that one thing, and make sure the whole world can see your discipline. You won't have to say a word. He said your discipline will come through and make it happen. If you want to be in a Discord that will help you become disciplined, that will push you, because if you want a positive P&L, people want to be good traders, but they've never had discipline in their lives. They don't have like a set schedule, right? They don't have a set structure that they use to formulate success. You got to have structure to formulate success. I work out every morning. Like this morning I worked out, even though it was the Friday after Thanksgiving. Of course I got to work out, even more today than any other day in the year. I ate too much yesterday. Of course I did. So you push yourself when you know you have to, right? And Jim Rohn, today I played Jim Rohn's video and he talked about discipline today and how we set up discipline to make it happen. He said, you want to write a book? Then leave the pen and paper out the night before. Leave the typewriter, but leave the computer out with the Word document out. So the second you wake up, you see what you told yourself you wanted to do the night before. It doesn't mean you're weak. It means you set up systems to keep your discipline alive. You have problems doing something, like you want to work out in the morning, you keep stopping. Buy the weights and put them right at next, next to your bed, you'll fall on them. But you know what I mean? Put them somewhere where they can't be avoided. Find a workout video, put it on play, get it ready, close your computer and have it sitting there with a note open. Put the weights next to it. When you wake up in the morning, you're going to feel guilty by not doing what your previous self told you what you wanted to do. You know, people like to drink coffee, so they keep their coffee maker right where it's supposed to be. Sometimes they even set it right to just turn on and do coffee. The night before, they put all the stuff in. They put an alert in it turns on and does the coffee on its own, right? They don't miss their coffee, but they miss everything else. I'm just saying, so if you want to be good at something, you want to be great at something, I do an update every single day for the last 4 or 5 years straight without a day miss. I go over Bitcoin every single day, twice a day. And I don't miss. There's no reason why I can't go over Bitcoin. There's no day I can say I'm too busy to go over Bitcoin for 5 to 10 minutes. It doesn't make any sense. How are you too busy? People are making excuses for not being great. And that's what I'm here for. I'm here to call you out, here to push you, here to say, hey, Jim Rohn did it for me. He said, hey, Sam, I didn't know him, just like you don't know me, but you came to this live stream possibly. Some of you have gotten to know me through the years. But if you're new and you just came through the algorithm, you're like, what is this guy talking about? I'm talking about becoming a great trader, which has everything to do with creating systems and discipline in your life. Once a discipline is created, we can fall back on that discipline. I have trading disciplines. I only take trades that are inside of a model that I've found and backtested for years. I only take trades that have proper risk management. And I set the risk management, in a very good way. I only risk less than what I've already made that day, so the day can be a winning day. So you're not chasing trades back and forth. There's 100 ways, I have a bunch of disciplines. I use the 21 and the 200. I only get in when the 21's above. We're making a flag and I like what I'm seeing. I might front run it very rarely, but it's rare. 9 out of 10 times, this is my trade right here. I'm using, and look, all I needed today was this move. This pump right here was all I needed to make a day's pay or more. More than I used to make $1,800 a week, and it used to be actually pretty good pay. Last night I made $1,000 in 15 minutes. You know what I mean? So, and I'm not saying that can happen easily. It's not something I don't want to say, hey, it's that simple. It took me years to do that. It was a very high risk trade. All right, I went on a high probability move that I've studied for years, and it worked out for me. All right, it's not always going to work out that way, and you could say I got lucky or prepared, whatever you want. What I just want to teach you is that over time, if you stay disciplined, there's definitely gems out there waiting for you, and there's experiences in trading that no one will ever be able to replicate but you. Like, you'll be able to see things and do things, and you'll look back in your life like, man, I used to work for this much, and look what I just did trading. Exactly. Don't forget, if you're serious about it, you can't wear paint. No, you have to wear it. Come on, man. Exactly. So I would watch the 15-minute now as you're above the 200. You're flagging out. Look for this 21 to get into price action. Look for this to kind of flag out a little bit. It would be nice if it extends. And look for this to break out in maybe an hour and a half, something like that. And continue to 94 and then up to 97,000. I would love to see a $97,000 Bitcoin. That would be absolutely amazing. 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 Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Appreciate you all for being here. If you're new to the channel, jump on in. If you're just looking at the strategies and what we teach and you want to learn more, I do teach class this Saturday. That's tomorrow. You can jump on in, hit the QR code to jump into class, okay? Absolutely love that. And if you want to join the Discord, we have a link right here, a pinned comment. We make it very simple. Hit the pinned comment to join the Discord. Go to cryptolifer.com. We do have a Black Friday sale, which normally is $9.99, which it's normally $99 a month. Like, check this out. Normally $99 a month, right? And for a year, it's $1,200. But if you pay for the year, $9.99, right? So you get the discount already there. On top of that, we're going to flip that to $777 today and until Monday. And on top of this, $270 to $222. For less, basically a little over $2 a day, you get a guy that hasn't taken days off in years and years and years and years and years and years and years. So get yourself committed to the people that are committed. If you want to be committed, hang out with committed people, right? They say to hang out with the people that are doing the things that you want to be doing. So if I wanted to be disciplined and on point, I'd want to hang out with someone that was disciplined and on point. 100%, right? If I wanted to look good and dress nice, I'd hang out with someone that looks good and dresses nice. It's going to rub off on me, right? They're going to take me to the places. They're going to have the tailor. Next thing you know, I'm going to be looking nice. Pretty simple stuff, right? If I want discipline in my life, I'm going to find someone online that has it. Like I found Jim Rohn. He had discipline. I knew it. The way he spoke, the way he talked, what he kind of channeled to me, I knew he had serious discipline. I could hear it in his voice. I knew that he could help me if I listened and replicate what he told me. You see what I mean? And next thing you know, I had a disciplined life. I found a man online that was running a Discord. And he, I was already trading, but he was teaching me more about crypto trading. I didn't know much about it. I just gotten into crypto in 2016. So in 2017, I hit one of those links. I joined a Discord group, right? And he became my mentor. The guy showed up every single day. He taught me how to be amazing. He taught me how to stay disciplined. That trading group took me from a regular person at work who kind of was like, who is a dreamer, into someone who turned my actions into real life, into a dream. Like, I turned my actions into something that changed my life forever because of that Discord, because of that mentor I found. Maybe I could be that mentor for you, and you can look back and say, hey man, I can't believe it. And I like that we charge $99 a month, and it's, and we charge, even what we have way less expensive here today, because it's a barrier for entry. If you don't put your money in, like you ever go to college, free college is cool, but you ever go to a school where it's free? I don't know about you, but a lot of people just showed up, whatever. You go to a place where people have to pay to be there, it changes the game, For instance, if you go to a crypto event that's free, I don't know, I've been to a couple, not many are free anyway, it's funny, but completely different, like Token 2049, it's like an expensive ticket. I think it's like $1,200. So think about the people in the business you make and the people you meet there. You meet people that have connections around the world that are serious. They're willing to spend $1,200 to come to the conference. So the business connections are maybe more elevated. I'm not saying every time just because you pay. There are some things that are free in the world, and it's not always about paying. But I just want to say that, price is a barrier for entry, and it's important, for instance, that for me, like if I was going to join a club, I'd like to join a club that has an elevated group of members so I could, meet someone of a high quality that could help my life in some way, shape, or form. So what's the name of your mentor? My name was Crypto Revolution, man. He has since passed away. Yeah, it's really sad. Really sad. Yeah, he is now deceased. I hate to say that, but it's true. Yeah. Last January, coming up in a year now. Yeah, I lost my mom, I lost my dad, I lost my mentor. And I don't even talk about how I lost my mentor. I never really bring that up because I don't want to make it about, it's not, oh man. And that just brings back some serious memories and just some pain there. He had bought a Lamborghini, he bought a Lamborghini like, I'd say in June or July of that year. And then he passed away in January. Like, he's like, I bought my dream car. I love my life. He was so happy, man. It's crazy. May I ask, what's the name? Yeah, thank you. Jim Rohn is on YouTube. Jim Rohn's amazing. Jim Rohn changed my life. And I play Jim Rohn videos for my group every single day. And, I think today I may have, let me see if I'll post the one I listened to today. But like this one is get better or get left behind. Like he just tells you, like the people that are working on themselves are every single day they're finding a way to push themselves a little bit more. Like the traders that are winning, every day they're finding something else. They're back testing. I'm always testing another strategy, finding a new way to win, saying, well, what happens if I do? Like I didn't always trade tweezer bottoms and tweezer tops, but now I'm doing it a lot. Like now I just go to the daily and I'm like, okay, every time the green candle closes next to a red one, that's a bottom. Every time. I said, so every time I see it, I should just go at, because if I miss it, that will be the last chance I get to get one of the greatest prices ever. I don't need fibs. I don't need support or resistance. I need nothing but the candles. I went at this one. I don't know if you remember, they got me. That's okay. I was like, oh, that's the bottom. I thought that was the bottom too. This one I knew was kind of looking more like a bear flag. You could tell I did play it up to this area. I don't know if you remember, we got a nice little move there. If there's a move out there, I'm going to find it. That's just how we do. We've been here since the low and how that's why I use the 12 hour. I use this 12 hour tweezer bottom to call the bottom because there was a time in my life where Bitcoin was kind of pinning. I think I could go find it, but it would take a long time. But Bitcoin was pinned, and it wouldn't come down. It was like the bear market, and I needed to see when we were overbought, and it wouldn't come back down to oversold. It would kind of stay up here and just kind of like, and so I went to the 12 hour, and the 12 hour was coming down every time. And I said, man, I can use the 12 hour when the daily attempts to throw me off. I'll show it. I think towards the end of the stream, I'll show what I'm talking about, because I think it's important. If I remember, I might not remember. I usually do. Sometimes I do, but look at this ugliness for Bitcoin. It looks like an Adam and Eve double top. You see it? Doesn't look amazing. Looks like a rejection at 93,000, 92.50. And I just have that, smaller trade open. We'll see. And I'd like to jump into the bigger trade if, once price action kind of chills out a little bit. Got to get a bounce now off that 200 moving average on the 1 minute. Otherwise, it kind of has an Adam and Eve vibe to it. For me, I had all the fun I could have today. I'm pretty, it's funny. I've been having awesome moves. I've been in the market very small amounts, making large amounts, and just being out and being done with it. And I've been very, very happy for the last few days. Last literally 48 hours has been an amazing, and again, I'm not trying to brag. And it doesn't always work out like that. That's why I'm telling whenever I'm in a winning state and my P&L is just nailing it, because there's sometimes I go through 5 losses. It happens. Just like I go through 5 wins. It's not always perfect. But man, I relish in those P&Ls because hey, I work really hard for those P&Ls. All right. Funny, I saw this coin Torum. I looked at it like months ago though. Remember when it first came out, we were trading it on and off. Probably just too low volume for me. You can see a little bit of a flag there. Just too low volume for me, but it looks, it's pumping. There's some movement. You can see there's some movement in the altcoins today. SWINGBY. Someone said Swift. People love this Swift coin. I don't know why. It is bad. Look at it kind of rounding off the 200 moving average. You can see there's this kind of, like I showed you, there was bullishness on total 3. That's the one good thing. Even if, I showed you it's not amazing for altcoins, like they're going to come up, come down. But even in that bigger movement on total 3, the small coins, that's an eruption on small coins, right? So small coins can, you're above the 200 on the 21. It definitely says there could be a move there from 0.05 to 0.06. 21%. I don't think I would touch that. It's not my thing, but I remember SWINGBY, that coin from back in the day. Man, there's so many coins. Just too many though. Like they beat me down with so many coins at one point. I was just like, no. Let's take a look at ASTER, something I would pay attention to because it's a real DEX. It has CZ behind it. It's been above a buck for a while now. And look, to me, that's a higher low on the daily and oversold. It's a cup and handle. I see what this tells me, right? If you look at the market, and I could be wrong, but I've done this many times and speculated. You got a gap in the VRVP all the way back up to 192. So that would tell me that I could extend this to there. You have a little bit of resistance, 2 little places of resistance, but not a lot. High volume node at 159, 160, right? Low, high, higher, low. You pull the Fibonacci here, and it's probably perfectly at the 618, right above it. It's dreamy. It could come a little lower to 103. And even though this has that weird wick in the middle, to me, it's still a bit of a cup, right? It's a funny cup, but it's a cup nonetheless. And so I do see this as a cup and handle. I personally have a, I don't want to be rude or say how much, but I say it's, I don't know. It's over $5,000, right? It's under, how about this? It's under 20, it's over 5. So you can kind of speculate, but I got a bag of ASTER, and I think, because even if ASTER dumped down to 50 cents and I lose, let's just say I lose half of the investment. Oh, well, I move on, right? But at least I'm taking a shot at something that has utility. Other people are like, oh, we hate ASTER, man. There's all this talk. Yeah, whatever you want to say. But it's an actual working product that can actually work. That's all right? I did see it was weird giving points for liquidate. There were some things I didn't love about it. I'll tell you that. But, I'm speculating. Now, I'm not a huge fan. I'm not like ASTER for life. I gave up on being like a fanboy of any of these coins. I really am not. When I'm more like this. I'm like, there's a house. I'm on the hill looking out. And I see, oh, a lot of people like corn this week. I'll buy some corn and resell it. You know what I mean? It's like, I'm just speculating on what the masses are into or what I believe could make a bit of a rush for liquidity and create volume. And to me, ASTER is something, and I realized, one day I asked myself, I'm a long-term investor that speculates on coins. That's really it. Like, you know what I mean? I thought I was more of a genius at the beginning, and I look back, I'm like, no, you're just a speculator. You just, take a gander at what you believe will be the next thing. Sometimes you could be right, sometimes you could be wrong. So I speculate that ASTER could be that because it at least has a platform to capture liquidity. Meaning if there's a run, fees will run into ASTER. ASTER, the token will go up. People, and they'll find ways to use ASTER and make it, And CZ doesn't give up. He's pretty smart, and he's behind it all. So this tells me that that's a higher low. Again, maybe it comes down to the 618. We might see 97.99. But it's interesting. And again, no one told me this. This is my own idea, my own belief system. And I'm nice enough to kind of just share with you what I'm doing. You do whatever. I'm not a financial advisor. Nothing I'm saying you should be taken as financial advice at all. This is a reality TV show of my life. I go live every single day, 7 days a week without a day off. And I just kind of go over all the different ideas and things that I'm doing. All right. Yeah. Short the market. We lost the 200 on the 1 minute. Oh no. It's going down. No. No. So I like that. And what else was I looking at here? So yeah, there's a few strong plays. Solana could hold its own against BTC. If you get it to 140, I mean, so the thing about Solana, it does tens in second. Like it's 130. Next thing you know, you look at it, it's 140. Next thing you look at it, it's 150 again. It's so crazy how it bounces. Solana, baby. But I see it consolidating and going on another run. 166 before you know it for Solana. Busting through the gap here. To me, looks like a pretty good place to accumulate Solana. But hey, you do whatever makes you happy. I don't force it. It's, what I mean? I just kind of go over my ideas. You guys have to get the education. It has to make sense to you. 1 minute did lose the 200. You kind of have that double top on BTC. Doesn't look amazing. I got to give it to you. It doesn't look amazing. But hey, we got a nice little pump this morning, and it's about taking advantage of the pumps, not getting caught up. Not getting caught up, right? Yeah, and I still believe it's a good time to hold heavy tether just and get ready to swing trade at a better time. Like, I'm not all in on this market. I'm just watchful on this market, to be honest, as we head into a very slow volume week. The last 2 days we pumped. I think it got people a little overexcited. We have to take a deep breath. When did we pump? We pumped on low volume, on small order books. They could easily just dump us right back down again. Take a deep breath. Look, there's some resistance for SOL. We got to bust back through 145. Look for this thing to flag out. Give it 8 hours. Maybe even actually 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Give it like 40 hours, right? 9 times 5. That might take some time. I hold shift. Hit it right there, go side. I mean, look at that. That's 2 days. So it might not even break out until, look, Monday. You see that? It would make sense if for the next 3 days we just go sideways. It would make sense. So what am I eyeing? I'm eyeing the Fed Watch tool here at 86.9% as it continues to climb. I think people are just not, they're missing this. They're not seeing this, or some people are paying attention like a hawk, like I am, but not everyone is seeing that. I think you want to basically pay heavy attention to that. Very close. And the fact that this fear keeps coming up from the lows, right? Which kind of keeps pushing to the idea that we may have seen the low of the low. I don't know. I know nothing but the fact of my own ignorance. I always want to keep saying that. The bot, right, finally has the major $113,000 order back in the money, right? It's in the money on the first order. It just needs to get back to 104 now to close out this deal and to get itself back in good graces. So, hey, I'm excited to see what the bot can do. This was the biggest hit it ever took. It kind of grinded through this, but it's made for this. It's built for this type of price action. The Minotaur trading bot, unbelievable. So I love it. We'll talk about it more next week, right? First thing I want to do is understand and get you into what my system is and what I do. The fastest way you can do it is to join the Discord. I have all videos explaining it, and you'll just be with me every day. You'll wake up to the tune of my updates. You'll go to sleep to the tune of my updates. You'll start understanding what consistency means. You don't know what consistency is until you hang out with the lifers, and then you'll realize what real consistency is. You think you know what consistency is. Like, I thought I knew what consistency was till I joined that trading group with my mentor that I mentioned earlier. He changed my life. I didn't know what it meant to work hard. Like, I thought I knew what hard work was. Man, that guy told me, oh my gosh, day in and day out. It's about connecting the dots with momentum. It's about taking yesterday's push and continuing it to today. And just every single day we connect, and we keep moving. Momentum is the key. And I always knew this. I saw people that had a beautiful life. I saw people that were winning. And I said, they're winning with momentum. Like, I specifically talk about Tom Brady because I was from New England. I was 21 years old when he won that Super Bowl. I'll always remember I was in New York going to school at the time, and they couldn't believe we won. It was insane. Let's see, it was 21 years old when he went home. Yeah, 2001, we won that Super Bowl. Yeah, I just got to school, right? 01 was my first year in college. We won right then. Let me see here. Yeah. Unbelievable. Yeah, I was the class of 2000. So I just look back. So anyway, he fascinated me. And I said, look what this man did with his life. And how was he so good? He just practiced every single day. He was he kept his life simple, and he got good at one thing. You know what I'm saying? He read the charts. He would go over the data, and he studied the other team like no other. He put so much effort in there that he was going to have to win. He just put more. So what I learned about it all is like this. You could say the universe, whatever you want to say, I call it the universe. So the universe is like a scanner. It's like a big eyeball, right? And it's looking out and it's scanning frequency. And it's looking at all the humans on the earth. And there's all this opportunity that's coming from the universe, right? It's a stimulation, it's energy. I can't explain exact, but it translates to opportunity. And then there's humans that are all looking for that opportunity to catch that opportunity. A great life, right? Trips around the world, like seeing things. Like, would you want to sit in, a low income housing project and barely go anywhere for most of your life and do drugs? Would you like to travel the world, work out, drink smoothies, have ginger tea, learn about all these different things? I mean, what life would you want? I'm not trying to put down anyone who wants to do drugs in a low income household. Maybe that's the life of you want to live. I'm just saying, So my whole point is there's opportunities out here, and the people that work the hardest and produce the most value, this frequency gets attached to, and it goes and attaches to these people. And that's why basically, so you can't hide hard work. Like, you can't fake it, because it will find out that you don't believe in it as much as the other guy. Like, I believe in the Lifer brand. Everybody here knows I'm all about my business. I'm all about Cryotolifer brand. Like, they know I live and die for my Cryotolifer brand, right? It's my kids, it's God, my wife, my kids, my Cryotolifer brand. You know what I mean? It's like everybody that knows me knows that. There's no second guessing that I'm not all about my business. So you want the same. You want to have that same reputation. You want people to believe that whatever you're into, whatever you're doing, you're all about it. You're not halving. If you're halving it, you're around other people that are halving it. You're just around the same type of people every day. That's all. You change who you hang out with. You change your philosophy. I had to rid myself of everyone in my life and just kind of free myself and become my own self. I moved to Boston when I was alone. It's just important. So I like where the analogy is going. Yes. This is your brain on crypto. 100%. So look, looking for Solana to go sideways. It looks like it will go sideways for a while. It could make a head and right shoulder, and it could dump. Just remember that. But I like when these moving averages get tight and the 200 comes, there's two scenarios. Usually this hangs up a little bit and we pump to it. If this comes to it and we glue to it, then we can get rejected by it. So we're not out the water just yet, everyone. I don't want you to think we're guaranteed to reverse. But I definitely like where we're going comparative, right? And Bitcoin getting back to that $92,000 level. And looks like it's getting kind of another bullish retest here of this key level. All right. Let's take a look at in Zcash. Remember, when something on the 3-day is away from the 3-day, 21-day moving average, It's going to slowly head back to the 3-day. So what you do, just like we front run Bitcoin, and again, the second you see a red candle, right here is a good place. When I see the red candle about to engulf, you can get into the short here with a stop on the other side of the wick. The same thing that I did when I longed BTC is the same short for Zcash, you see? And then what I do is the short goes to about the 200 move, the 21 on the 3-day. And it usually, this will move up while that moves down. But you can ballpark it pretty good enough to get a ratio that will be, you can use the 3-to-1 ratio and you'll be pretty spot on. And then what you also do is you pull like a fib from down here. You can see there's your 618. And so that's like a decent area to believe price is going to come down to 391. I've just seen this so many times, right? You got the bearish div, you're away from the 21 on the 3-day. The other time frames will entice you. This is the one problem. Like the daily the daily had this flag, right? It kind of looked like it may break out. Looked interesting enough to almost believe that it could do something amazing. And you can almost say that, well, this was a little flag here too. But you always have to remind yourself, number one, that the 21 and the 21 and the 200 were very far apart. You had bearish div on the daily. As you could see, the daily swung down. You can even see it here on the indicator, but here you can see it as well. And this swung up. So you had bearish div. And I teach my students this, you want to be getting in when we're tight, getting in when we're near the 21, low stochastics, getting out when you have bearish div. The 21's away from the 200. The 3-day is very far away from the 21-day moving average. Right? And you short back to the 21. Back to the 21. We do this on the 1 minute. Bitcoin does the same thing. Look, we can go to here, how it pumped, came back to the 21. Same story as this 3-day, coming back to the 21. All right? Back to the 21, baby. Someone says, dead cat bounce confirmed. I don't know. Nothing is confirmed yet. No. One step at a time here for BTC. Yeah. Like I showed you, I would watch those smaller time frames. And again, it's low volume Friday. It's not a day where things should be amazing. I've never seen, the Friday after Thanksgiving. Oh my gosh, I can't wait to go all in on that day. No. I said no trader that knew what he was doing. You know what I mean? No. It's a day to observe. It's a great day to be in the market. I'm so proud of the, 1,200 people that were here today, or a little bit more actually. You people are amazing. Let's take a look at Tensor. It did get very tight. Let's see if it got itself out of that hole or if it just kind of went sideways. I'm actually excited to see what happened at Tensor. Oh, wow. So look, it dipped. And that's why, all coins are sketchy right now. Look at that. It dipped and went after a stop hunt, really. Very sketchy. Look at that. Lost the 200 moving average as well. So I observed that as getting tight, but I definitely, I've been making gains trading Bitcoin the last few days. I stay away from altcoins, man. When it comes to my day trading on Lev, I stay away from alts. I never seem to, it's very rare I have great success trading. I have really good success trading Bitcoin. I keep it that way. Trading altcoins is greedy. It always is like I'm like going from, I'm already being greedy using Lev. You know what I mean? Now I'm being extra greedy trading alts with Lev. I don't know. I don't like this. This could continue to dump. I don't like it below the 200 moving average. Yeah. I don't own any of this coin. I don't care about it. It's not, I shouldn't say I don't care about it, but I don't, I have to be honest. I don't own any of it. It doesn't matter what happens to it. Very tight right there. I don't know. It could blow up out of nowhere. It is getting oversold. If it's your coin, I'm not trying to hate on it, but dang. Sad that they stop hunted right there for sure. Right. Turkey in the gravy, bearish also, man. Your cat is dead. Oh my gosh, don't say that. There wasn't enough fear. Too many people taking legendary longs on the altcoins. Funny, Caspo was looking extra bullish just the other day. And look, they just stop hunted it. Look, they just went. But again, away from the 21-day moving average. And it's just what I teach, when you pump that hard from the 21. So what I do, instead of falling in love with coins, I just decided that I'll just swing trade everything. And when it gets away from the 21, I'll take my profits and I'll just keep doing that for the rest of my life. And I'll just find, and that's basically the point. Is to backtest a strategy that works and use that strategy over and over again. Look, this is fine. We all know it's going to take some time. Remember, I hold shift down and go left. That's 2 days and 20 hours. It's not going to be till later on. The weekend is sideways. I don't expect a huge monster move coming this weekend. Bitcoin pulling back now too. Look at that, just denied right there and kind of just being sloppy now. Probably will cut off that trade and just leave it there for the, well, that will be one of my bigger losses ever in a while now. Isn't that crazy? And I chased, but it's okay. I'm up nice on the day. But that's how quick it changes, right? You pay the fee and you pay the loss. Like, could we get the bounce? There's some bear div now. And remember, it's okay to lose. You're going to lose. It's called a P&L. Horrible day to trade. Horrible day to trade. I want to make that very clear. And hey, we didn't lose yet. We'd have to lose the 200 moving average on the 15, but the 5 did lose. Yeah, look at that. I mean, you double topped up there. Right there too. That was supposed to be a nice flag, and you made a bear flag underneath the. You made a bear flag right there underneath the 200. They're likely coming for me. All right. Yeah. Someone said, "Get out before you lose loads." It's just so funny, man. I won't be able to lose loads. Yeah. I could just battle this 15-minute 200. That's kind of what I'm like. I'm looking for that to hold me down. This trend line might even hold us down. We could bounce here. You see? Anyway, one step at a time, everybody. One step at a time. Yeah. Let's see your most bearish scenario for the day for BTC. Like, you could say, okay, a massive bear flag, right? You could say it like this is a massive bear flag. It's just a fake bounce here. We're going to have massive resistance and then just kind of come on down to 78K. That could happen. I'm open-minded. Thing is, when this moving average gets this tight, usually it doesn't happen like that, but you never know, right? But it is a rarer occurrence. Look at the 200. What I would do here is I would flag out this the 2 day. Sorry, look at the 2 hour time frame. I'd flag out the 2 hour and see how it's playing with the 200 moving average. Very interesting. If that can continue sideways, pull the 21, otherwise, look, it could make a head and shoulder pattern. So I believe the 2 hour is going to give us kind of, look, shoulder, shoulder, head, shoulder, shoulder. Dump back down. It will make a Bart Simpson. It'll believe it give us some time, though. Or it'll make a flag. The 2 hour is our, every once in a while there's a time that's going to give you the sauce. The 2 hour is the one. The 2 hour is the one. If I see a flag later on in the 2 hour, but look, it just looks like it's going to take time, 10, 12 hours. I just don't see a massive, we're not going to get, because the volume's so low, we're not going to get the end of the story here, right? It's going to drag on because we don't have the volume to fulfill the moves quick enough. So it's going to take some time today to get the real story out of this, Yeah. You must have seen that in advance, man. I don't know what he's saying. I'm long and strong and I'm stopped out. Oof. Yeah, so this could bounce here. It's not over till it's over. And it's about not getting emotional and just kind of sticking to the trade. It's so important. Too many people are cutting trades off too early for no reason. All right? Yeah. Yeah, no, it's called a Bart Simpson pattern. It's a known pattern. Price comes up, makes a Bart head. Looks like Bart Simpson's head and comes right back down. It's a known pattern called the Bart Simpson. All right? I don't make this up. It's a known pattern. All right? Now, wake me up on December 1st. I know, right? I feel you. I'm with you on that. So, yeah, here we go. As November ends and we head into the weekend, only time will tell. Beautiful show today. Shout out to everybody here. Appreciate you all for being here. I want to look at BNB. BNB is one of the strongest coins. If it looks like there's some movement there, to me, that could also add to the idea that, possibly there's movement everywhere. I've got two scenarios. One that like this breaks down as the Bart Simpson, or we go side. Again, it comes down to that 2 hour time frame on Bitcoin. You want to see this go sideways. So if in 6 hours, we'll likely come down to the Bart Simpson, or we go sideways. You beg, Sam, what is that? Yeah, I don't know what's going to happen, but if we went sideways, I would long. So basically in 6, 7 hours, 8 hours even, you're sideways here, then to me, the long is more likely. So you wait it out and see if you can get the consolidation. I only trade consolidation. Thanksgiving was amazing. Thank you, Life for the Goat. God bless you, man. If you get emotional, you're trading with money. You shouldn't be. I love it, man. Yeah, optimism is the faith that leads to achievement. Nothing can be done without hope and confidence. This is exactly why I've learned from Zemi that Ferrari'd my life. Ferrari'd my life. Oh, I like that. Ferrari'd your life, huh? I Ferrari'd you. Lamborghini'd you. Samborghini. They call him Sambo. Samborghini. Hey, everyone, just joined the Discord group. Been here with you on for a couple months, but still learning from Poland. Thank you, man. Appreciate you. And read the testimonials, everyone. Jump on in. Go to cryptolifer.com. We have the pinned comment. If you want to jump on in today, you can do that. All right. Get the Black Friday sale. Hit cryptolifer.com. It takes you to the Black Friday sale today. Join the team. And I mean, you can just see slashing the prices for you. Less than $2, about a little over $2 a day to change your life. So check it out. Wow, 91,100. A nasty dump for BTC. Right to the 200 moving average on the 15-minute. Just, it's a thin order book today. I wouldn't get too crazy over ups and downs. Hi, everyone. Just joined the Discord. God bless you. Thank you. Gold looking solid. Yes, we made a gold trade earlier today. Look at the gold trades already up money. Look at that. We're up. I got into gold at the beginning of the stream. It's already up 5%, $100. But gold's looking like it's going to make a massive move soon. So we took a trade on gold. We took a trade on Tesla last week, up 76% on the Friday. I think we got in, when was it, like, I'd say Monday night or Tuesday night or something, was it? I feel like it was Friday last week. Time is just flying by. Happy Thanksgiving. Happy Thanksgiving to you. Thank you so much. Wag me, baby. Wag me, right? Yeah. Silver 2 looking good, somebody says. Yeah. Sambo Gains, baby. Sambo Gains. Sambo Baggins. Hey. Shout out to everybody here. Jump on in. Follow me on x.com. I greatly appreciate it. I'm there every day posting stuff, going over stuff, having fun, making jokes. Jump on in today. 91,280. Can we get the bounce? Wow. They're flushing this puppy. We were just at 93,000, and I love this volatility. You got to love it. $2,000, $3,000 moves for Bitcoin means we can make gains every single day now. Like, they're constantly moving the price. Always price. There's always something to do. There's always opportunity out here when they're moving the market. Always. Let's take a look at Bitcoin dominance. I see a super chat coming in there too. Let's take a look at that $100 super chat. So, Lavi Bella Bliss. Good morning, Sam. Happy Thanksgiving. Can we please take a look down DGen Alley at FKH? Kind of the wall meme. Kind of off the wall meme. Launched on Bonk Fund 4 days ago. Catching traction. Would like some TA on it from you. Yes and no. I kind of like to do that stuff alone. And then I come back to it at my own time. You know, I really appreciate the love and the $100. But I don't like to just flash things on the screen that I don't even know about, right? So, just don't want to be known as that place. I mean, I'll take a look at it alone if it looks interesting. Yeah, I'm all set. I'm looking at it right now. $1 million mark. I'm all set. Yeah. Yeah, I'm just all set. It looks interesting. It's making a bit of a flag. You know, it's in an ascending triangle for you, like I'm doing for you, you know, if you can translate that for you. But to me, high risk, very strange name, not what I want to be promoting. Yeah, I appreciate you. I don't never want you to get offended. I thank you so much, but it's not going to make it to the screen. Yeah, sorry. Okay, so Bitcoin dominance, and people appreciate that about me. You know what I mean? It's important. We have integrity in the channel. All right. So look, we're looking for Bitcoin dominance to continue to fall down here for these altcoins to get some love. At the same time, I'd like to see Bitcoin dominance kind of push up against, Tether dominance. You like to see Bitcoin to actually gain dominance back first before it gives it back. So we'd like to see it bounce up here. Then we get some alt love here. After we regain market share and Bitcoin kind of gets strong again. So otherwise, Bitcoin falling down is basically Bitcoin going down too as well. So everyone wants, Bitcoin's dropping, but that just could be the whole market dropping. I'd like to see a bounce for Bitcoin, personally. I'd like to see it not make this head and shoulder, defy it, and get back to the upside. This is Bitcoin dominance. And you want to look at Tether dominance. We've been staring at it for days now, and it has been projecting some bearishness for Bitcoin. You can see it's basically, see this Shoulder, head, right shoulder, bit of an Adam and Eve too. You can see how it came up strong. 3-day, the daily too, look, it came all the way back to the 21. So it did pump. But was that just like a relief rally? I'd like to see, what we'd like to see is shoulder, head. We'd like to see this continue, make the right shoulder, and just dump. So we watch it. If this starts to pump closely, make another flag, I mean, bang, right? I would be careful for Bitcoin, and it looks like we could be in the dead cat bounce. So I'm open-minded that anything is possible. I'll take each day, I take each green move each time, and then we go from there. I'm never sold that we're definitely bouncing, and I'm not also sold that it's the end of the rally. I'm still in the middle here. What I will tell you is whenever we're below the daily 200 moving average, we're in a bear market. Anyone that tells you we're not in a bear market, to me, I just, whenever any asset to me, I don't care what the asset is below the daily 200 moving average for more than a few weeks, you're in a bear market, right? So Bitcoin is below the daily 200 moving average for an extended period of time. Here, we got back above it a couple times here. But to me, that was some bearish pullback too. This one's a deeper gouge. Like we're way further away. We've gotten a death cross that's been more sustained. To me, you're in a bear market, right? 100%. You're in a bear market. And again, what would be bearish today if the daily closes red? If the daily closes at tweezer top today, this is a bear flag that's going to continue down. And this was the end of the rally. This is all you got. You just got this pump to 93, and that was it. That could be very possible, folks. That could be very possible. To me, if the 3-day loses the 200, this is a wrap. This is a wrap. So I'd like to see how the daily candle closes today. I'd love it to close it green. They're playing around with it today too, and the liquidity is low. I'd like a nice green close today. It's kind of important, actually. This closes red. That's a tweezer top. That means we could easily fall further down. We got through this one somehow, but man. So I'd like to see a green close, preferably above this level, preferably above 92.8. Where we got rejected there, 93,000. So we'll be on it all day for you guys, no matter what, on this beautiful day. Shout out to everybody here on the channel. Thank you for jumping on in. We're doing a beautiful Black Friday sale. We're here every single day, no days off. If you want to jump on in, go to cryptolifer.com to find out more, all right? Basically, shoveling it at you for a very low price. Get the awesome education and hang out, all right? Lamborghini Nopen Stundor, yeah. Bitcoin 4 Hour, thank you for giving it a glance. Much love. Happy, warm holidays to you and the fam. Thank you so much. That's very nice how you handle that. I appreciate it. I appreciate you not getting upset, right? It's got a very small market cap. Anything could happen to it. You never know. Good luck to the people that made it. I don't want to put it down, but I'm just not going to, I'm not part of the wave, so I'm not going to be part of that, right? Yeah. I like this guy. Shout out to Flavor. No one buying that. You're funny, man. Hey, it is what it is, man. Speak the truth, right? Especially not right now. It's not, So yeah, this daily candle got to close green today. It's a big deal. You really got to get back above 92.5, in my humble opinion. 1 minute's got to reclaim the 200 moving average. So does the 5. This could be a bear flag. That could dump you. So like the 1 minute also tells a story. You got to get that thing to V-shape recovery right back up. Otherwise, you're bear flagging down to 90,392. Let's take a look back at Bookmap. Should be so light we can't tell what happens on days like today. It's weird. I don't know if I lost, I might restart, but it looks like the data just they wiped out the market on that move and then it just got black. Hold on. It's weird, right? Thank you for your daily grind and sharing with us. God bless you, man. Thank you for being here. I appreciate you, brother. Apparently, federal cannabis legislation is being talked about. If that happens, how would we know which stocks to big Sam? I mean, Canopy Grow Corp was a big one. Aurora Cannabis. There's a bunch of them. It'd be more like you'd be looking at like the medical field, stuff like that. Just ask Grok. Grok will do an analysis and find it all for you. Yeah. Have no fear. Apparently, federal yeah. Thank you for your daily grind. God bless you, man. Thank you, Sweet Biddy McGee. Oh, Sweet Biddy. God bless you. I didn't realize it was you. Hey, Sweet Biddy McGee over there. Mr. Butters Trading. Reliable J in the house. Wow, we got the people, huh? We got the lifers. I love this live chat. You can even go to top fans here, which is so cool. And we got Lavely, Bella Bliss holding it down. That Blues guy. Sweet Bitty McGee, Reliable J, Fid Sniper, Sean Carr, Mr. Butters, Milligan Travels, Sean Blaze, and Anzi Osipek, the top 10. Runners up there, International Street Family, TM Hustling, Zeno, Tennessee Eco Man, and Mad B. Jamal Antonio, Manic D-Debs. I wish I just want to show everybody out there. If you see your name, Blessed, Honda Man, Warpaint, everyone, we love you. RC Moore. I know some people here like, hey, you didn't say my name. Stack McChain, Sammer, Fino, Michael Dulce, Bellico X, holding me down constantly. John Shanks in the house. John, my man. Thank you for the $100 super chat. That's very nice of you. You didn't have to give, but you did on this beautiful Thanksgiving. My mom is smiling down on you right now, and she's so happy you're so nice to her son. So, yeah, that looks like a little bit of a bear flag there on the 1 minute time frame. Could continue down lower. We need that to double bottom now. So you can see how the smaller time frames can show you some pain. Once we lost the 1 minute 200 moving average, that's the beginning of no love for the bulls. And now you can see touching the 21-day moving average. Simple story there, right? And I wouldn't put too much weight. I would just let the small time frames do their thing. Shout out to Sammy, the OG lifer, man. Blessings from Portugal to all the crypto lifers. God bless you, man. Thank you. And we went to Portugal, had a beautiful meetup. Told my buddy from Boston how people met me at a restaurant there. Jamie put it together, and we hung out. Zeno, and it was amazing. We had such a good time, and it was like, I opened up too, man, about my mom, and just, you know, it was like I was with family. I was tired from being jet lagged too, which usually gets me a little emotional, but man, it was such a special time to know that I could go anywhere in the world and feel at home because I've given myself to the world. You give yourself to the world, you can go anywhere in the world, and there's going to be someone there on the other end. Right? I've done 2 hours every day speaking my life and giving trading ideas and going over what we learn, and people see that what they learn from me works, and the education pans out, and they create a good connection that way. And then when they see me, it's like an everlasting connection. And I met people in Portugal, man. I met 3 people in Portugal that knew me before I knew them, and it was, to me, that's a blessing. I met actually more than that, but it was a blessing, you know. It was a blessing. So shout out to anyone that did meet me in Lisbon. I appreciate that. It meant the world to me. I'll remember that for the rest of my life. What a great trip. It really was. Sheldon and me, too, doing what we did. We made this video. It just like the people in the industry I hung out with. It was an amazing experience. Look, bit of an inverted head and shoulder. I'm secretly a little more bullish than bearish. I'm looking for the bounce here. Look, see this 15-minute? Look, I'm still in the trade. They didn't kick me out. I'm still saved by the 15-minute 200 moving average. So as long as we keep that, I'm still in this trade, baby. Look at that. That's why I use the 200 moving averages as my saving grade. Look how we pinged, right? Like, ping. So amazing. You'll use the 200 so many times in your life when I'm done with you. You'll make it your way. It'll just be amazing. And look at that Tesla call at 409, and now it's at 429. Would have been a great options call, right? So yeah, we went over Bitcoin dominance, Tether dominance. We're looking at a bunch of different things today. Total market cap and continuing, right? Yeah, still holding along. Yeah, best of luck with the recovery. You too, brother. Yeah, keep going. And see, there's always someone there to help you too. DJ Armin Van Buren, bro. We love you, man. What did he say? What happened? I can't follow through. I can't. It's hard for me to. I try to follow along. Minor stroke under observation in the ICU. God bless you, man. I hope you're okay. I'm so sorry to hear that. Deep breaths. You're going to be all right. Stay calm. We're all praying for you, man. I can't believe and he's still on stream. See, he's in the hospital with a minor stroke. He's still on the stream with his phone. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. That's a lifer, man. The guy won't miss the stream. He's almost, you know what I mean? Unbelievable. He's fighting for himself right there. He's going through it, and he's at the hospital on the live stream. Unbelievable. Unreal. So here we go. Lower volume. You just want to see us bounce. Can we bounce with it? You know, this is just a fake move. Get back above the move and just, get, you know, basically we'll continue to move. I'm looking for that flag. Let's take away this. It looks a little messy. Let me redesign this. It's funny what happened today. to me is this, right? And you were inside the beautiful flag. And I've seen this before. They fake the pump on a low volume day. They make it tight. And then we pump again, right? Maybe we dump. Like I showed you, could make the right shoulders and dump. As I told you, I would watch the 2-hour time frame. That's going to give us the sauce. We fight through above the 200. We pull above it. We start to move. This thing's gone. We start making 2 right shoulders. It's a Bart Simpson right back down here to 87,000. So I'm not sold just yet here for Bitcoin. All right. And anything is possible. All right. One step at a time. One moment at a time. One day at a time over here. Lord, I pray your angels, OG, fall into that hospital room and heal him swiftly. Thank you, man. Thank you for saying that, Christine Morales. Thank you, Christine. And there's people praying for you, DJ Armin Van Buren, man. We love you, bro. Yeah. We love you, man. Wow. See, any day could be a different day for you than someone else might. By the other day, had kidney stones. He's in the hospital. He was supposed to fly, go see his parents-in-law, his mom, brother, father-in-law, and next thing you know, no. Right? So you never know what's coming your way. Stay healthy, push, and every day that you wake up, everything's going well, be blessed. Anything can happen in any given day for anybody. So we're looking for the bounce off the 50-minute 200 moving average. Very important. If that happens, it saves us. We're looking for the 1 minute to get back above the 200. And that means we might get the cool thing is we might get the model now. Right? What if the 5 minute gets back above and the 1 minute gets back above? Then we get the model. Cup and handle there. You see it? Cup with the handle back to the upside. They call me Sammy Cup and Handy. Sammy Cup and Handy to the upside. And can you get that's how they reverse price a lot. Again, who knows? But I like it. It looks good to me. So I'm still long based off that 15-minute catching the 200. I told you I'm looking for it to kind of consolidate and break out again. They just faked out the pump. They got us ready for the pump. They wanted to see how many people were interested. They probably didn't get enough people interested. So now they're like, damn, we got to do it again. We got to do it again. Again, right? So we'll see. We will see. But that's why I don't jump the gun. One at a time over here, right? I like the move now for Bitcoin now. Nice little bounce off that 50. And I love the 200 moving average. Again, I could still see these right shoulders, so we got to wait on that. I understand how I can look at the time frames better now. Thank you. Hey, man, anytime. I hope every once in a while someone comes here and that day is the day when they just, something I taught clicks something in their mind and they see the markets differently for the rest of their lives. They're never going to do it, they're going to have an edge. They're going to see the markets in a different way. It's going to be absolutely amazing. Like, man, how would I, I love it. I remember those days for me, someone I was watching, a mentor or something, and it all clicked for me. And I said, man, I can't believe I see it this way. I've been looking at it for years. It just happens. I can't explain how it happens and when. We call it the aha moment. When you finally go, oh my gosh, I see the market the way I should have this whole time. It does stink how they just faked this out. It was such a beautiful play. That should have just continued to pump and been on. We got it yesterday. I mean, what a pump we went on yesterday, though, right? Last 2 days. Wednesday, Thursday. I mean, wow. It happened so fast. You're like, what happened? We pumped? Like, you know what I mean? You almost don't remember the pump because it's just like 1 minute you're about to dump. Next minute, Bitcoin's ripping. And you're like, wait, how do we just what? That's why you got to push every day. It's just a never-ending hobby, man. Like a hobby, or it just feels like a hobby. But it's a never-ending profession to trade daily. And 24/7. It's open all the time. Right now, I am seeing some bearish divergence. It doesn't look amazing. Yeah. The bull's got to step up here. Otherwise, it is a Bart Simpson. We're likely going to head back to 87K. So it's not amazing. I want you to know that if we get if we go below the 3-day 200 moving average, I become a bear again. All right. So we're just at the beginning of possibilities. Remember, and that daily candle closes red today. That's bearish to me too, as well. I want to see this candle at least, even that a green candle like that, but at least it'll be better than red. But I'd like to see it kind of have a full body and be green. Closing like that will not be, I'm not a fan of that. No. So. When you introduced me to the 200 of the 21, you changed my life, brother. Thank you, brother. 100 SMA is too far away. You're for the 200, so reversal is possible. Thank you. Yeah. Shout out to everybody here. Thank you so much for learning with the lifer. We appreciate you. We love you. We care about you. And we want to see you win. If you want to jump on into my Discord at the most affordable price possible, hit the pinned comment. Go to cryptolifer.com. Okay? And you'll be able to take advantage of these amazing, amazing Black Friday Cyber Monday sales all week long. Hit that green and become part of the team. Quarterly or annual, 777s 222, baby. It'll blow your mind. All right? So jump on in today. Get that quarterly or the yearly. I mean, it's amazing. 222 for the quarterly is unbelievable. Something that's normally $3, a little over $3 a day for just barely $2 a day. It'll blow your mind. Like, man, this guy never stops posting. He's in there every day. I'm going to learn something from him all the time. I can't believe I didn't jump. Everyone just says, I can't believe I didn't join sooner. I hear that all the time. All right. I'm going to jump on into our top-down analysis for you. Get that video out as soon as possible. I know people are back with their families hanging out. Bitcoin getting a little bit of a pump right now. 91,621 getting back above the 5-minute 200 moving average. Yeah, baby, yeah. That little cup and handle booming. Inverted head and shoulder getting that love. The 15-minute holding the 200 moving average beautifully. And this trend line holding us down. We'll see what happens. Does the 2-hour make those two right shoulders and dump us? Or do we consolidate into Valhalla? Only time will tell. I'll keep you posted inside the trading group. Everyone, thank you so much for being here on Black Friday. I love you. Thank you so much. I can't wait to see how many people join the group and we continue to push. I love you all. I appreciate each and every one of you. I thank you so much for being amazing lifers and kicking it with me every single day. Let me take a look at the super chat easies and see what you people said. I don't want to miss one today. Hey, fan funding over here. Got so much wisdom from you, Sam. Gratitude always. Thank you. Sam, I made a song. Thank you. I appreciate that. And thank you for your daily grind, Sweet Biddy McGee. And then the $100 one right there, too, as well. Thank you so much for everyone that gave today. You didn't have to give, but you did. Let me just double check there and reset that. Yes, thank you. Everyone, I love you. I appreciate you. We're going to push every single day. It does look like we may make a right shoulder and take a dump here. Be ready. Have stop losses in play. It's not always, going to pump in our favor every single time. Always be careful. Small losses, in my humble opinion, create bigger wins. So I love you. Thank you so much for being here. And I'll be back tomorrow morning for our same, Saturday morning update like we do. And we just continue to push every single day. Hey, we got a couple days of pumping. Let's not get overexcited. Let's take it one step at a time, one day at a time. Thank you so much if you joined the Black Friday sale. Thank you so much if you jumped in early for the early bird special yesterday. We appreciate you so much, and we thank you. Everyone, I love you. I will see you tomorrow morning. The secret to success is getting started. I started somewhere. I'm still pushing every single day. And just because you did something yesterday doesn't mean you can't keep pushing. Every day is the day to make the next day happen. It's momentum, discipline, focus. You can, you will, you are the best. I'll see you tomorrow. The secret to success is getting started. Thank you so much. I'll catch you on the flip side. Sam Price, Cryotolifer. Thank you so much, everyone. Have a happy Thanksgiving with your family and enjoy these next few days. If you're, you might have driven somewhere to see your mom and dad. I can't do that anymore. Cherish this time with your parents. I love you. Be amazing. I'll see you tomorrow.